So, I've done my fair share of rough solo runs. I've done Wooper, Ladybug, and even Kakuna. Please don't watch it, it's literal NyQuil. But today, I'm going to do something that I'm almost certain will be impossible to beat without items, and yet I'm going to try it. Today, I'm figuring out how difficult it would be to beat Pokemon Ruby with only an Abra. Oh god. If you look at its stats, you're probably thinking they're not that bad. I mean, it at least has good speed and special attack, right? Well, I know why you clicked on this video. That special attack stat is not being used today. We're going off of that beautiful base 20 attack. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a rough one. Right off the bat, I have to grind. Yes, you heard that right. You have to beat May in order to progress, which sucks. Thankfully, teleport only has 20 PP, so I basically just have to run away 20 times and then I can finally fight. The grind actually wasn't terrible since 20 attack is pretty average this early. I actually managed to beat May at just level 7, although it was only because of a crit, and I also won with 1 HP. Anyway, the early game isn't too bad. Again, Abra's attack is pretty normal this early on, so everything is basically a 4-hit, which, I mean, isn't good, but it's at least passable. However, we're about to hit a huge brick wall, and you know that too. There is no chance I'm beating Roxanne anytime soon. Even though I know I'm gonna lose, I still try at level 16, and what a surprise, I don't even take half of Geodude's health. The grind here is pretty terrible since everything is like level 5, but thankfully there are wild Silcoon and Cascoon, so at least they don't fight back and give defense EVs. Alright, I'll see you once I'm at level 20. I try again at level 20, and guess what? Nothing changed. Actually, no, something did change. I did even worse. I think this might be as bad as a Magikarp only run. Well, for the beginning at least. At this level, I'm really beginning to feel the pain of grinding. I still can't one-shot most things here, and they still deal enough damage to where it really adds up after a few fights. Here's a pretty funny part of the session where I lost to an Incada but still had my HM Zigzagoon, so I ended up fighting a trainer by accident. Yeah, I'm not always paying my full attention, but I mean, come on, I'm literally just mashing A and going left and right for hours. Once I reach level 23, I try again, and I don't really do any better. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting really worried now. I've been playing for 4 hours in game and I'm still at Roxanne. It's getting to the point where it takes about 30 minutes just to level up once. I have never had to grind this much for a gym leader, not even for Kakuna. I mean, just look at this. I can't even one-shot a level 5 Shroomish, and I'm level 26. I try at level 29, and I almost take out Geodude, but it takes me out first, of course. Guys, this is only her Geodude, and she has 2 potions if she wants to heal. Like, what do I do? So I'm back at level 34. Finally, I can make it past Geodude. Bad news is, I'm at 5 HP for Nose Pass, so yeah, awesome. Well, at least I can grind off of Roxanne now. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering how I'm getting money still, I have 5 Zigzagoons picking up stuff whenever I win a fight, so I'm getting quite a lot of healing items and nuggets. At level 38, I get this attempt. Geodude is annoying as always since she uses both of her potions, but I managed to take her out due to a lucky crit with 26 HP remaining. For Nose Pass, I'm doing a little less than a third, but she uses Harden and I go down eventually. This hurt more than a rejection. I tried for like the millionth time and I finally got the win at level 40. Repeat after me, level 40. I'm at Johto Elite 4 levels. It's finally over though. If you think we're out of the woods though, oh no, you're very wrong. Even at level 40, I still lose to Brawly's Machop. Somehow, he's even harder than Roxanne due to Seismic Toss. Alright, well, I should be able to 2-shot him soon. I try at level 41. Machop is in 2-shot range, but he uses bulk up, so now he isn't. He heals, but I get a clutch crit to take him out. Second is Makuhita, and again, he's a 2-shot, but he bulks up, so it's also not. But not if I crit again. You know what, I'm not even gonna complain about crazy luck. I'm level 41 and still losing the fighting types. This is just embarrassing. Now we're on May 2. She leads with Shroomish and struggles doing about half. Thankfully, she misses Stun Spore, so I take it out without any problem. Next is Numel, and it's an easy 2-shot with Struggle, and last is Marshtomp. I use Struggle, it crits, she uses Mudshot to bring me to red health, and I win at 5 HP. My god, this is literally Kakuna all over again. So I checked my Zigzagoons and found out that one of them picked up a King's Rock, an item that gives you a small chance to flinch the opponent. This might be really good for a while. I tried Watson at level 45 and even though I got lucky, I just couldn't quite win. Man, only having Struggle sucks. I can't wait to actually learn some moves. So here's a little sample of me trying this fight over and over again. He's like hard-coded to use Thunder Wave at the beginning every time or something, and if I get paralyzed, the battle's over. I ditched the King's Rock since I was getting worse results, and I just decided to hold a Cherry Berry. At level 53, I finally win. Magnemite goes as usual with him paralyzing me and then me healing the paralysis, then Voltorb is a 2-shot. So I'm at Magneton with 64 HP. I struggle, he paralyzes, then I get a lucky crit to win the fight. You do not know how maddening that fight was. It took over 100 tries to just get that win. And after I won, there was no feeling of victory, just guilt and embarrassment that a level 53 Abra can't one-shot a level 20 Voltorb. After that, he gives me Shockwave, which, yay, I can't use. Next is Maxie, and oh boy, this was another reset fest. My attack is lowered at the very start, which is just great when you have 20 base attack. I luckily crit to take him out, and next is Golbat. His wing attack does a lot, but again, I crit to take him out. Last is Camerupt, and I use Struggle, it does about a third, and I'm about to lose, but then I crit again for the win. Oh my god, I really do not like using Struggle. After that, I finally teach an attacking move to Abra, Secret Power, and I head for Flannery, who was surprisingly a first try win. For 2 Slugmas go down easily, and then for Torkoal, I get lucky and paralyze it with Secret Power. It doesn't attack, and 2 more Secret Powers finish the fight. Man, it feels good to finally have an easy fight. I tried Norman at level 56 and it goes fantastic. Wow, if you noticed, I taught Hidden Power to Abra, which ended up being ground type. Of course, I get it right after the electric type gym. Okay, so after a few levels, I have a strategy. It's actually not really a strategy, but more like a gamble. You see, there was a reason why I reset for a female Abra in the beginning. I knew that a male Abra would have almost no chance to win. Why? Because of Attract. Combined with Paralysis, this means that his Slackings only have a 37.5% chance to hit, and because of Truants, that can only happen every other turn. After a few tries, with just enough luck, I win with 12 HP. So the battle against May was really close, surprisingly. I got poisoned early on, so I made it to Marshtomp with only about half HP, and only won because she missed takedown. God, it's just so embarrassing how weak we are. Unfortunately, the good times are over, probably for the rest of the run, honestly. I mean, just look at this. I made it so that once I get to Skarmory, I can use Struggle and he won't resist that. But after some test fights, I realized that the damage difference is negligible. However, that's not the problem. Even with optimal luck, Skarmory can 3-shot me with Steel Wing, and that's not even including Altaria. My pitiful 32 defense is really starting to show now. I try this over and over again, and it's still just not happening. Secret Power is about an 8-shot to Skarmory, and the farthest I've gotten is half of its health gone. So I reached level 70 and it's still just looking grim. Swallow goes down in one hit of course, and then Pelipper sometimes protects, and this time it did, so I took extra damage. But now I can consistently one-shot it. For Skarmory, it's really just a gamble since Seal Wing hits hard, but this time I get lucky and crit it, so I'm finally at Altaria with just 3 HP, and I get another crit. Alright, nope, I am not redoing that fight. A win's a win. After some time, we're at Tate and Liza, but unlike most solo runs, this battle was a joke. They only have Solrock and Lunatone in Ruby, and I taught Abra Shadow Ball, a physical move in Gen 3, and it 2-shots both of them. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that fight to be really difficult. The second Maxie fight was unfortunately another super annoying battle. I made sure to poison Abra beforehand so that Facade would do double damage, however Mightyena decided to use Swagger, basically quadrupling Facade's power, and I thankfully never hit myself, so I swept his entire team. And finally we have Wallace. Unfortunately it's not looking great. Even when I'm poisoned, I don't do enough damage nor have enough HP to win this fight. Alright, level 80 it is. I try again at level 80 and it looks like I'm just barely out of range of one-shotting his Celio and Seaking. Alright then, more grinding I guess. At level 83 I finally won and it was crazy. Whiscash doesn't attack, so that's good, so I take it out. Then his Celio and Seaking were both one-shots, not sure if they were ranges. And finally for his Milotic, I attracted it and just prayed that it never attacked. And with some astronomical luck, he doesn't attack and I win with just 1 HP. I can't believe it. 8 gym badges, no special attacks. But if you think that now is the time to celebrate, oh, you're very mistaken. I'm level 90 now, and here are my stats. Yeah, this isn't looking good. I have a few handy TMs that I might need to use, but I'll never know unless I try. Okay, so right off the bat, it's not looking good. I can't even get past Sydney. In fact, I can't even one-shot his base 40 defense Sharpedo. I'm going to need to level up some more. I try again at level 93, and it goes the exact same way. Alright, I'm just gonna level up to level 100. It was bound to happen anyway. Even at level 100, I wasn't getting very far. This is horrible. This is complete torture. How is a level 100 Abra losing to a level 46 Mightyena? I eventually ditched the facade strategy and just decided that the only way to win was by using Attract and then Double Team. I know, I hate it too, but this isn't happening without evasion unless I crit every time. Next is Phoebe, but thankfully she wasn't too bad. It was pretty close towards the end with me getting confused, but I managed to win. Well, I was expecting that to be a lot harder. Third is Glacia, and I taught Abra Irontail and gave it the Lax Incense for more evasion. I surprisingly have good luck and managed to one-shot both Glalie, and then the two Celios didn't do much, so I'm at Walrein on my first attempt. I use Return, and it does about a third. It uses Blizzard, and I go for Irontail and try to get the defense drop, but I don't. However, that doesn't matter because on the very next turn, I barely get the KO. Fourth is Drake, but yeah, I just used 6 double teams and Attract. I know, you don't like seeing this, but I mean, just look how close the fight was even with all these RNG manipulators. I really only won due to some lucky crits. But none of that matters, because now I have to fight Steven, the battle I've been dreading since starting this run. I got the TM for Focus Punch a while back and saved it just for this fight, because without it, this wouldn't be possible. So the strategy is the same, 6 double teams, then Attract, which gives the opponent about a 16.5% chance of hitting. If Skarmory uses Toxic, I reset, which happened way more times than I'd like to admit. Luckily, here, he just goes for Spikes, which does nothing in a solo run. After that is Cradilly, so I Attract, then one-shot with Focus Punch. Third is Claydol, and it doesn't have a gender, so I just have to hope that it misses, and it does. Fourth is Aggron, and I was sure that its 180 base defense would mean that it would survive a Focus Punch, but to my surprise, it didn't. I mean, yeah, 4 times weakness, but oh my god. Fifth is Armaldo, and thank god he didn't use Aerial Ace. 2 Focus Punches took it down. And finally, the real final boss, Metagross. Non-binary, high defense, and high attack. I use Shadow Ball and it's doing very little, but he's missing every hit. I bring him to literally just above full restore range, and with one last Focus Punch, I end the fight. If he had hit me once, I would have lost. Oh my god, that's it. It's finally over. Pokemon Ruby with 1 physical attacking Abra. I usually tend to focus on just the important fights during the video, so what you've seen here is a mere fraction of the time it took to complete this. I literally lost a night's worth of sleep just to get this thing done on time. I can confidently say that this was easily the hardest possible solo run I've done so far. Anyway, if you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. This run took a while, so it would really mean a lot if you could. Of course, only subscribe if you actually enjoyed it. Alright, I'm off to bed now. See you all soon.